Hi everyone, I'm Lisa Enos with the Easy Updo, and today's Monday, so you know what that means. We're going to do a really easy but a complicated looking updo. So let me show you my sectioning. I've started this section. I did a parting right below the ridge at a diagonal all the way to the back of this nape. And then I've taken this in a topsy tail. So what you want to do is you want to pull that tail up and through that topsy tail to cause this automatic lift. Now there's so many things you can do with this. You can put this in a really pretty bun, but we're going to do this textured kind of bun that I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so I'm just going to really smooth this out. I'm going to put it in two tails here. And you want even tails, so make sure that you divide them evenly. So then we're just going to knot this like a shoelace. Okay, so I'm going to bring this one up under, put my two fingers through, and knot that just like a knot. Now in the previous video, what we did is we flipped this knot up, but since we're already starting really high, we're actually going to push it down and push this knot right down. So I'm going to hold it there, and I'm not going to open my pins. We're just going to secure this. So I'm going to put my pin in sideways, twist it, pin it to the base. That's going to hold my knot right there. Now I'm just going to put a few pins in to make sure that that's really secure. And what you want to do is make sure you just don't open your pin. So I've got this knot. It's already giving me really nice detail. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pin on the end of this, and I'm just going to like flip this around. I'm going to secure it on this side, and it just causes this really pretty texture. Same with this side. I'm going to flip this, and I'm just going to flip that up and tuck it in to that space. Now this is there's a little gap right here that I just want to tuck in. So I'm just going to get my pin, go in sideways, and lift that up and tuck it a little bit tighter to the base. And you just want to do that anywhere you feel like you just want it more security, or if it's sticking out too high and you just want to tuck it in. Okay, and then that just gives us this really pretty chignon on the bottom. So this whole top section, what we're going to do is we're just going to do knots, just kind of like we did back here, but we're going to do it all the way through. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start at this corner here, and we're just going to slice about a ½ inch to an inch section right off this front. I'm going to slice that in two. I want this pretty even, so I'm just take a little bit more. Same thing, we're going to lace this like a shoelace, okay? So I'm going to bring this up, this bottom up. I'm going to put my two fingers through, flip this tail over, bring that tail through that knot, and slide it down, just like you're lacing a shoelace. So we're going to do that all the way down. We're just adding to these tails as we go. So I'm just going to add to this tail about a ½ inch to an inch. And then I'm going over to this side, and we're going to add to this tail. So I have two tails, right? So I'm going to bring this bottom part up, put my two fingers through, loop that, pull that tail through, slide it like a shoelace. Slide that knot down like a shoelace. Now I don't want you to tie this super tight because we're going to deconstruct it, and we're going to get some really pretty texture out of it. So if it's too tight, it's going to be hard to really loosen it up later. Okay, so we're going to add to this tail, come over here, slice a piece, add to this tail. Want to make sure you're working really clean. I'm going to bring this tail up, put my two fingers through, loop that over, bring that tail through, slide that down. Okay, we're going to do that until we run out of hair. Adding to that hair, bringing that up, pull that through, and not that. You should be getting this kind of texture, which looks so pretty with fashion color. Okay, so we're adding to that tail, adding to that tail, bringing this up, putting my two fingers through, sliding that knot. Now we just have these tails left, so we're just going to slide knots all the way down. Now I'm just going to secure this end with a pin, just like that, because I just want it to hold there while I start to pull this apart. So you really want to come in through here, grab these knots, and I'm really twisting them, pulling them. So I'm causing this action. I'm just really pulling them apart, just like this. Now just go slowly at first because you don't want to pull anything out. But we're going to cause this really beautiful texture to start forming. Just by pulling these knots apart. Okay, now when I feel like I want to pull some more, but I want to secure this, I'm going to go through here and I'm just going to pin through these knots because I want them to be anchored. I don't want to pull them all the way out. Okay, so I want them to be anchored. So I'm just going through and I'm just securing those into place. I'm not opening my pins. I just want to use them as an anchor. I'm just sliding them through. If you go in sideways with a pin, I don't open, I go in sideways, then I turn to grab more hair and I secure that into place. And you see how we're getting this really beautiful texture through here? So I'm just continue to pin. I want this really secure, but enough to where I can still manipulate this texture if I need to. And see, this is just really pretty form I'm getting. And you always want to look at hair 360. So I want to make sure I'm coming through here. See, I've got a little of this sticking out too far and I don't want that much. So I'm just going to come here with a hairpin, come up underneath, and you're just like tacking that to the base. Same here, if I want to fill in just a little bit. This is when you need your mirror working for you. I'm just going to come up underneath that curl or that loop and secure it to the base there. And see, that gives me just a really pretty shape. And look at all that beautiful texture we have. And then you know how I love bling. So I'm just going to come in here with some bling through that loop right there. We're just going to secure that into place. And then I'm going to come through and just really smooth all of this like flyaway down. Okay, I'm just going to come back through here and just tuck those pieces any flyaway that I have. And this is when I'm really looking, if any pins are showing, then I'm going to tuck them out of the way. But look at this beautiful, beautiful texture we have on this Upstyle. And all it was laced knots that we deconstructed to get this really beautiful texture. And okay, guys, thanks for watching. Happy styling. If you're looking for one of my classes, go to traybella.com and go to the web store, because there'll be a list in there of where they're going to be. Okay, happy styling. Catch you next time.